Home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at FX.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pearsonell.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pearsonell, but Pearsonell has confidence in Pearsonell.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in to the Don't Punt Hour Ticket weeknights here on 93.7 The Ticket. I am not your regular Ticket weeknight host. I am Rico, and I am joined by the man of the hour, DeMornay Pearsonell. DeMornay, what's up, my man?
What's going on?
Just hanging out, man. We just had our anniversary party. We got people out here enjoying some delicious Marriott. We got a lot of people out here in our studios right now, so it's a grand old time, man.
Man, that's what's up. Wish I could have been down there.
It would have been a blast, and we could have done the show live. It would have been amazing. I could have told you all about my amazing punt returns and kickoff returns in high school.
I'm sure there's videos somewhere. We're going to have to check the clips.
Yeah, we'll have to find them. I'm sure they're not completely scrubbed or non-existent. How are you doing today, my good sir?
It's all good. Just getting into the swing of things and whatnot. Victory week, victory Monday, so I'm loving it. I'm great.
Hey, you're talking about Victory Monday. Nebraska does get the victory, starts 3-0 on the season for the first time in a long time after their victory over Northern Iowa. That score was 34-3. Just missed out on a shutout, one of the first shutouts, and it's been I think it was 2009 again in the bowl game. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just missed out on that. But so we're talking Victory Monday. We're talking Nebraska's victory over Northern Iowa. I had a couple questions for you, and I wanted to get your thoughts, just like a quick recap on how you thought the game went overall, and then we'll get into dig deeper into some of the statistics.
Okay, that's cool. Fire away. I'm with whatever.
All right. So first off, something that I understand concerned a decent amount of folks. I know that there were people talking about it in post games and throughout the weekend. And a little bit today, the run defense for Nebraska versus that pesky Panthers squad, giving up 147 rushing yards against the FBS Northern Iowa, although they are ranked in the top 25 in FBS, but facing a Northern Iowa squad and giving up 147 yards rushing. Did that concern you at all in seeing Nebraska's rush defense, especially considering that they're about to get into Big Ten play this Friday?
No, not all. Number one, it didn't concern me because when you go back and watch the tape or look at it, Nebraska was in their base defense the whole game. They didn't do anything special. They didn't, really call any blitz or anything like that. So there's other things that we could have done to, kind of stop the bleeding. But I mean, at the end of the day, we knew that team was a running team. So I mean, I didn't expect them to to be under 100 rushing yards. At some point in time, something's gonna give. But the defense, they weren't calling any blitz really. They weren't really doing anything special. Guys were staying at home, and you kind of just see ball, get ball. It's a good test early on to know, at least in your base defense, that your guys can fight and swing. When you get into Big Ten play, then that's when nobody knows your blitz tendencies or exactly what's going to be coming, or who's going to be coming at a certain point in time. So it's not concerning for me. I thought they played well. Was it a little bit more than what we've been used to the past couple of weeks? Yeah, but I mean that's not a bad game by any chance at all.
And keeping it on the defensive side of things and going away from the run defense a little bit, as you mentioned, they were kind of in their base defense. Well, they were in their base defense for the entire game and not blitzing a whole bunch. Is that the reason why there wasn't a lot of there weren't any sacks on the quarterback and not a ton of pressure? There was pressure, obviously, and the quarterback was running around and he was able to keep the plays alive. But is that one of the reasons why Nebraska didn't get any sacks?
I think it has its hand in it. Again, we knew that they were a heavy running team. You got two guys. One guy was 6'4", the other guy was 6 foot. That's not easy to tackle. You have an offensive line that that they want to have their hand in the dirt and get after people. So it could have been double teams. We only had 3 down linemen technically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can have people double teaming up to linebackers and whatnot and everything like that. So it's not anything outrageous, but they weren't passing a lot at all. If anything, it was just missed opportunities of not getting guys on the ground. Again, still not concerning. They had a veteran guy. They had a very well good team and whatnot. Might have just been one of those games where execution just yet wasn't a full game, which is fine heading into Big Ten play. You rather have those type of games and you still be dominant than a shootout and everything seems off.
And I do have to correct myself. They did have 1 sack in the game, so the defense did get to the quarterback one time when they were trying to pass the ball. And I do want to mention to everybody, if you are watching us, that means that you found us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Allo Channel 961, because there is an NFL game going on right now over our airwaves as the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles duke it out on Monday Night Football. So that's a game that we'll get into a little bit of NFL action in the second segment. Probably we're going to stick on the college side of things and kind of recap a little bit more on Nebraska right now. But you guys can always text in, call in 402-464-5685 on the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line. And again, you can message us on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream. And we are actually joined by a very special guest. As I mentioned, today is our 1-year anniversary of our downtown location. So who better to break in and to kind of hijack the show a little bit than our owner, Derek Pearson.
From DP to DPE. Listen, man, you missed it. I was talking about how DC and DMV ended up in Lincoln and how we're doing what we do, bro. And it's fascinating to me, amazing. But for all the Husker fans, they're releasing the throwback mesh Husker jerseys, and our friends at the Big Red store hooked us up. And Mornay, for all of our former Huskers, they made some that I'm gonna.
Oh, we get in the jerseys. I thought you meant they were doing a throwback as a jersey this year.
No.
Look at that. That's hard. Okay. I thought you were saying that that's the alternate jersey this year. I'm like, man, come on. That's what I'm talking about.
No, so it'll be here at the station waiting for you, bro, to come down and sign it.
For sure.
Put it up on the wall here forever, just like that one behind you. Put it on the wall here at the station, man, and let folks know you home. You home.
Appreciate that.
All right, GP. Love you, bro.
Love you too.
There we go. Like you said, again, 1-year anniversary of being down here in our downtown location. So we're celebrating. So he had to break in real quick.
I figured. I thought it'd be honestly a little bit sooner than it was. Took a little minute, but he still got it done.
Yeah, I thought he was going to join. I thought he was going to start the show with me. I was waiting for that. I was like, I don't know where he's at right now. We'll start the show. We'll see if he shows up. I knew he had it. I was just waiting for him to come in and show you.
Got you. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I mean, anytime you get a chance to put that jersey back on, you get goosebumps.
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you a little bit jealous of the night game atmosphere, the fire, the drones and the fire and everything? Like you sideline for that?
Yeah, I was. It was awesome. It was nice. Am I jealous of it? No. I like the light show. Of course, though, I wish to be a part of it or whatnot. Night games have always been special, but times change. They add things. New situations come out and whatnot. I feel like kind of everybody lights up their own stadium or whatnot. So it's good to see that the environment stays the same, but it still changes and add, a couple things above it. Of course, I would love to play, one game in a uniform under that, but I wouldn't say I'm jealous of it. I'm proud to see that, Nebraska is not technically, throw it back to the old of this. They're changing a bit with, upgrading, stuff around the stadium. So I'm actually happy that goes on.
All of the upgrades and everything going on. It's beautiful. I don't know if you watched it, the 6-minute long video touring the new facility.
I've been in there actually. So
how is it?
Crazy. I'm jealous of that. That's the part that I'm mad and jealous about. That's that's not fair. I mean, we got the best facilities in the world, in the nation, and it's not close. I know Oregon has, what they have. That's fine. I know A&M has their thing, Tennessee and Bama, but it's second to none. The different types of recovery stuff that gets offered now that when I was in school, it was still kind of coming onto the scene to where you kind of had to go out and sort things out, the red sauna, the cryo, and they got sleeping chambers now or whatnot, or I don't even know if they have float centers down there or whatnot, but it's just crazy that they see things and they bring it into a facility to where athletes can do what they need to make sure that their body is right, and not just on the body side, mentally. They got different people you can go talk to about stuff going on and taking care of things. So it's a good place to be on and off the field when you have support like that.
Those facilities are second to none. They are beautiful. Being a D2 athlete, I'm a little jealous. We ain't had nothing like that. We didn't have nothing like the first stuff you guys had, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, like the stuff that we still had. I mean, that don't get me wrong, like that was still some of the best in the country. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I was thankful for my time there. I didn't have no complaints of things. There wasn't anything that wasn't too out of reach for stuff. But like I said, with times changing and whatnot, people evolve, and that stadium inside and outside has taken the next step of just staying up to date to get people to want to come and be a part of something special.
And this is called the Don't Punt Hour. We are with Demorne Pearsonell. So kind of a two-parter, and I know this guy doesn't return punts, but first off, are you happy that Nebraska is actually returning punts, even though they're not going extremely far? At least IGC is back there and returning punts. That's the first part. And secondly, a guy who maybe would be running some play, or maybe has some plays that he's running right now that you'd be running if you were in this offense, Ja'Cory Barney Jr. and his explosiveness. I want to get your take on the punt returns and actually returning, and then that's talented freshman.
With the returns, absolutely, and like it's gonna come. Like the defense is playing so well. When people are pent back in our territory, that's when you'll see those big returns or whatnot. So he's fearless. He's making good decisions. He's catching the ball, most importantly. Mm-hmm. And he's not doing anything bad. That comes with time. You got to build chemistry. But I'm definitely, happy to be going forward with what, we have on the return side of things more so than what we've seen over these past couple of years. So I hope him well. And like I said, hopefully, he brings back, a few this year. I think he's dangerous. I think he has, the ability to be able to do that. It's just you need the right opportunity, the right kick, the right coverage to set things up, and just take it to the house. Secondly, that Ja'Cory, man, he's a difference maker early on. Like anytime he touched the ball, it's something is gonna happen. He reminds me at times of myself and Wandale, honestly.
Okay.
Just what they have him doing inside, outside, jet sweeps out the backfield. He's lightning in a bottle. So I don't think the offense or defense has really shown a lot, or staples or of stuff that they can do, just because you're saving it for Big Ten play. So I think he has a lot of packages. He's a mismatch for if he's in a slot, if you got a linebacker or a safety over him, that's a mismatch. If you take the wrong angle, I mean, we've seen him be mid one tackle away from but taking it to the house. So he's exciting, and I feel like watching him reminds me a lot of my freshman year. Once I started to take punts to the house and everything like that, I started to get a lot more involved in the offense. I feel like the 3 weeks, each week he's gotten involved more and more than the previous week. Mm-hmm. So, he, like I said, with him running how he making people miss, how fast he is and whatnot. Like I said, he reminds me a lot of Wandale, and they did the same thing when Wandale was here his freshman year. They was using him all over. He has those same attributes of being a game changer, or to break the game open, or get you if you're starting slow, or if something's not going right. He can kind of be the spark to start things off. So I'm really excited to see how they further let him kind of go off in the offense later on in the season.
It's great to see the mix of older guys and younger guys getting involved, not only on the offense but on the defensive side as well. They've got a great mix of older guys and the experience that they bring to the table, and then bringing in the younger guys. And even if they're not going to play a whole bunch, which Ja'Cory's going to play pretty much every game more than likely this season, even if they're not playing all that much, being able to get that experience and being with these guys who have been so hungry to win and who look like they're all, obviously they're off to a great start right now, and it looks like they're going to continue that moving forward. It's great to see, again, the mix of older guys bringing up the younger guys to continue the cycle of good, hopefully great, back to Nebraska.
I'm telling you, that's the mix you need. A good mix of veteran players, and a good mix of a good core of young players to step up. And when you have that, I think that's when you'll see the depth of the team. You'll see them be battle tested and experienced, and you got your young guys that aren't afraid to step in there and do things. So the more that they have that, I think that'll be more valuable for later on in the season, and just the whole togetherness of the team. So it's a very good thing to see that early on.
Yes, it's great to see that. And one more question about the offense, and a guy who was the starting quarterback for most of the season last year. You got him catching passes out of the backfield. You got him taking handoffs. You got him running quarterback, direct runs. I mean, what are your thoughts on Heinrich Haarberg and the use so far? One game, you got 3 plays of him. How much more of that do you think we're going to see going forward?
It's funny. I talked to Harrison about this, weeks. I think this may have been the week before the season opened up. I told him, I was like, his comp is going to be Taysom Hill. That's what you're going to see. And it's funny, and I'm pretty sure I'll probably get a text from him, shortly while mentioning that. But the sets that they put him in, that was exactly it. Like, I'm not expecting him, to air things out or whatnot. Or you have Dylan, for that. But a lead blocker for things, he can catch the ball. He obviously, we've seen him pull away with running. He's a threat, or he can be a threat, once he has the ball in his hands. And again, it just adds another layer of the offense, that teams kind of have to account for. He's a big body guy. He's not easy to take down. He's physical, and he can run really well. So we'll have, a couple packages of certain, mismatches that you can take advantage of with him. And I expect them, to have those certain packages, close yardage, goal line and whatnot and everything like that. So I very Tebow-ish without, the passing type style of things.
What type of touchdown does he get first, receiving or rushing?
Rushing.
Or passing?
Rushing.
Rushing?
I think so. I mean, you rather do quarterback sneaks or or QB draw or read it with him and Dylan back there. I'd rather see that than just having Dylan QB sneak things or whatnot. But I think his bread and butter is running, so I think he'll get a rushing touchdown before a receiving touchdown.
I'm waiting for the double pass with him and Dylan, where he takes the snap, Dylan's out wide. Nobody's going to cover him. That guy's a quarterback. He's not going to, you throw it out to him, and then he just chucks it deep.
You got to be careful with that. I mean,
it's very dangerous, but it's fun.
I say you have to be careful with that because then you put your quarterback in a position to kind of get if you've watched the LSU game. That type of situation when and at this level and the next level, when your quarterback is kind of out there, that's kind of a free shot to kind of take at the quarterback. So it can happen. It's probably in their back pocket if as a last attempt, but I would be very, very cautious with that. Honestly,
it's a very scary play, but if it works, it would be so fun to watch.
We'll see.
I wouldn't expect them to do it at any point.
We'll see. Certain trick plays, it's like if you pulling that out of the playbook, nothing's working and that's not good.
You're getting a little desperate at that point.
You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't want to see it. I don't want the desperateness.
All right. Makes sense. I just want fun. That's all I want. That was my thing before this Northern Iowa game. I said I want them to run it. I want them to exert their will, but I just want to see some deep passes, even if they're not completed. I just want to see Dylan Raiola just sling one, just chuck it down the field. I just want to see a ball in the air. That's all I wanted to see.
I think you and the whole state of Nebraska wants to see that.
That's it. I'll be good. You get just like one or two of them a game, and then the rest of it, you do whatever you want. Just give me that. It's like me playing Madden. I'm just gonna throw it deep. I'm just telling you, hey, NCAA football. I think I had a game where Jalen Lloyd had 8 receptions and 6 touchdowns.
There you go.
Just throw it deep. That's all it was.
Hopefully, again, it depends on people that have film on stuff or whatnot. I'm pretty sure your shots will come, but it's manageable downs as long as we stay in rhythm, and dominate the game and bring out the W's. I don't care how it looks. Just continue to stack in the win column.
Just keep getting those W's. All right, man. We're going to go to a break really quick. When we come back, we'll get a little bit more college. We'll go around the college landscape because there are some things happening, including a Big Ten foe for Nebraska, missing their starting quarterback for the rest of the year. Another Big Ten foe switching their starting quarterbacks. A lot of things going on in the collegiate world. And then also we might hit on some NFL things going on because there's a former number 1 overall pick that might be losing his job. So we'll be right back to the Don't Punt Hour here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. true GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Get closer to the magic than ever before. Play along with the Toy Story gang. Explore the colorful world of Coco. Sail away with Moana. Soar to new heights with Belle. And journey to Arendelle to thaw a frozen heart. It's an all-out celebration at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena September 27th through 29th. Visit DisneyOnIce.com and get your tickets today.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Recent gator sightings in Nebraska rivers have biologists perplexed.
Alert! Take advantage of Nebraska's gator infestation and get yours at Acres Fall Gator Sale. We've got zero interest financing on all John Deere new units, and every used gator is priced to sell. Choose from a variety of models and trim packages. All accessories and attachments are discounted too. For work or play, Acres has the gator for you. Go to acres.com for more details.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
You're counting on your team to win. So why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pearsonell.
Welcome back to the Don't Punt Hour here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I am not your regular weeknight host. I am Rico, as Harrison is out. He's a little sick right now. He's a little sicky, so he'll be back probably tomorrow, more than likely. But I will bring you through the rest of this hour and the rest of the other shows that are going on tonight. Right now, I'm with DeMornay Pearsonell. DeMornay, we were talking Nebraska football. We were talking them going against Northern Iowa. And at the end, I had mentioned that there was a certain Big Ten foe for Nebraska that is going to be without their starting quarterback for the rest of the season. Do you know who that is?
Wisconsin?
Yes. The Miami transfer, Tyler Van Dyke, reportedly rumored to have torn his ACL against Alabama in their last matchup.
Yikes.
Wisconsin had Tanner Mordecai in their first season under Luke Fickell. This last season, going with more of an air raid style of offense, very different from what Wisconsin has run before. Didn't work out too well in the first season. This year, they get the Miami transfer, Tyler Van Dyke, who at one point in his career was looked at as a top quarterback, top NFL prospect at quarterback. Kind of struggled his last few seasons at Miami and then transfers to Wisconsin, is looking to have a career resurgence. Couple games in, goes against Alabama, tears his ACL.
You got to be careful messing with them SEC teams. I mean, it's not, it sucks. I've done that. It's, that's a irritating injury. And it was unfortunate because, he was heading out of bounds. And I think it just kind of buckled. Somebody got a good shot on him and it just buckled. So, it sucks that things are like that. But I mean, next man up. Their season, they might not be as strong as what they were, what they thought they were, just because one player can have a change in how your offense or your defense runs,
especially at that position.
Yeah, and I mean they had a dude last year and got away from what they were typically known for, or they were trying to do it, and the guy last year was just awful. I wouldn't say awful. He was bad. He wasn't great. He was he was very not efficient. I'll say that.
Yeah, that works.
So I mean, it sucks, but I mean that makes Wisconsin even more a W. That's how I look at it. I mean, I'm sorry, it is just what it is.
That's the part of it, man. That's part of it. Looking down Nebraska's schedule, which a schedule that was looked at as easier or more gettable at the beginning of the season, aside from the Wisconsin game. Now, even then, looks a little bit tougher as this season has progressed. I understand that some people still aren't very high on Illinois after they upset a top 25 Kansas team at home. Indiana looks really good.
Kansas just lost again the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, Kansas is not good.
Yeah, okay. Kansas is 1-2. Okay.
Yeah, it's not great, but still, they were top 25 when they beat them, so it's got to count for something. USC is in the top 15. UCLA looks garbage, so that doesn't really matter. But the schedule looks a little bit tougher than it did at the very beginning of the season. Just a smidge.
There's a few games that I had my concerns about. Is you got to make sure your head is on right, for those games. Illinois, their coach, well, I like their coach. I like, what he's been able to do, in his short time there. The guys have, gathered and played, well under him. Watching their last game, who they played, I think Chattanooga, last.
I believe so.
The offense was moving, up and down the field a lot. I think this will be a good test to really, gauge exactly what to expect, for us.
Central Michigan.
Close enough.
It was one of the schools with the C logo. I don't
know. Close enough. One of them. I mean, and they didn't necessarily, struggle with them. They looked good on both sides. But this will be a good physical matchup. Good, opening Big Ten opponent to kind of see, to gauge even better exactly on stuff. Teams got more film on a freshman quarterback. They might see what he kind of doesn't like, from the second half of things and whatnot. And so it's a little bit different because, it hasn't been a close game. But I also think, now you'll start to see, the layers of what our defense can really do, the change ups that they can throw and swing. It'll be exciting, but I don't think this will be, a easy game at all.
No, Brett Bielema is not gonna roll over, and that's gonna be a very well coached team when they go up against them, and they're really good at forcing turnovers. Don't turn the ball over all that much. So that Fighting Illini team is going to be another tough matchup, or at least the toughest matchup that Nebraska is going to get so far in this young season.
So far, I would say so. Colorado, they were talented. The jury is out on if they're a good team. Can't take it away. Like I said, they're talented, but they got handled, and the other two teams, they got handled. So this will be a good Big Ten test for us on both sides of the ball.
I do agree with Matt Rule when he said that that's one of the more talented teams they faced in terms of skill positions in Colorado. I think that was a good early test for the defense, especially the defensive secondary.
Yes.
In a type of speed that they're really only going to see two more times probably in USC and Ohio State.
Exactly. They have not to say, everybody has good players and everything like that, but everybody doesn't have, premier, top 5, top 3, draft picks that could really go. So we were able to, hush up a talented team. But this team coming in, like I said, they're coached very well. And if you don't do what you're supposed to, a small leak or small problems could become a flood quick. Or if the offense is stalling out and not doing what it's supposed to, it could become a problem quick. So as long as they don't overlook things or whatnot, I think it'll be a good test to fight through, adversity of stuff. So it's a short week. All the excuses are there. It's the fourth game. It's hard. You're sore. It's starting to. All the school is here. Like your first month of school. Like all the excuses are there. All the excuses are there. But I think this will be a good test to show not only Nebraska. The world of. Nebraska can actually, turn the page on things, and it doesn't matter, what the process is or what, what's in front of them. They can manage the storm, and, they can show up day in and day out and be dominant.
Two more quarterback. I mean, there's more quarterback news going around college football, but two more things that I want to get to really fast. One, not as important because Nebraska doesn't face either one of them, but one not as important because I don't think it really matters. I think that they're going to be in trouble at quarterback either way. Michigan taking former walk-on Davis Warren and replacing him with Alex Orji, who hasn't thrown, I don't think, he replaced him in the last game. Up until then, had not thrown a pass in college. He is a junior quarterback at Michigan, and he had not thrown a pass, but he had played multiple games.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be the starter this next week for Michigan when they take on USC.
Okay.
And then the other thing, because that one, it doesn't really matter. I think they're going to be in trouble regardless of quarterback. The next one, though, really interesting. Arch Manning. Did you see him take over for Quinn Ewers?
Listen. Hey.
Wait a minute.
Listen. With the Michigan thing, I think they looked better efficiently on offense with the guy. I don't know if the first guy, he was just in his own head. He's thinking too much. Michigan lost a lot, from that national championship team last year. So I mean that's not easy to replace. And then you lose Harbaugh. We've seen it with Bama. Bama lost some recruits that when Saban retired and whatnot. So I'm not so sure that we're gonna see the same quality of Michigan team. You said they play USC?
They play USC.
Honestly, it won't be a shock if they beat USC to me. I don't think USC is what people say it is. That's just me personally. The Texas though, Archie. Listen, buckle up, Buttercup. He's about to.
I didn't know he had the wheels like that.
Listen, they've been wanting him for a whole year. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If he takes off and he handles business how he's supposed to be, Shark and that whole offensive staff is going to have a decision on their hand. Because I mean, he's balling. And it's not like he wasn't before. Even last year when he stepped in, he handled himself well. Spring game, he handled himself well. They got a good problem at quarterback because the guy that got hurt, he's good too. He's not.
Quinn Ewers is going to be one of the top 3 quarterbacks taken in this next draft.
I would say so. He's up there.
And you're just sitting here with Arch Manning, who just did what he did, sitting on the bench as your backup. Like you said, that's a really good problem for Sark in Texas to have.
But
it's really tough to
they're also heading into SEC play, which is not easy. I understand that they're Texas boosters and they might, get a lot of pat on their backs or whatnot. But you still got to, go through some powerhouses down in the SEC. It's a little bit different than the teams that you were going up against in the Big 12, but they look really exciting. I like Shark down there. He's an offensive genius. That's why I say watch out because Shark will have some people in the right place at the right time. He's been successful on every level at the NFL with the Falcons. When he was at Washington, when he was at USC, when he was at Alabama, get ready because he's gonna put opposing defenses in compromising positions. So it's gonna be exciting with Texas.
Texas is going to be some must-see TV. Even if you don't like the Longhorns, they're going to be a really fun watch. So
that offense is going to be nice, and I hate it. I hate to say it, I don't like Texas at all. But like I said, I'm a fan of Steve Sarkisian, and he's going to have them rolling. I know that for a fact.
I'll have to see if Quinn Ewers is good to go in this next game that they have.
It was wrong.
They didn't really. They just said an injury to Quinn Ewers. They didn't say the hype or anything doesn't change for the Longhorns, but they haven't said anything about Quinn, about if he's hurt or what hurts him. They just said he threw a corner route to Gunnar Helm and felt pain, but thought it would go away. A play later, he knew something was wrong and needed it checked out. But they're not saying
they'll probably release it tomorrow in press conference or something like that. But again, next man up. But I mean, he shook a guy and got up out of there. Good for them.
You see the name Manning. I'm not expecting any speed or any type of acceleration or shifty moves.
Times change. It's not. He must got the mom must have got the right genes on. He got the right genes from both sides.
He didn't get it from his uncles. I know that much.
Nah, Daddy didn't. So he might be the best athlete in the family.
It's pretty impressive. All right, we're gonna go to our final break. When we come back, I want to ask DeMornay about a little bit of the NFL, some things going on in there, and what's the most surprising thing he's noticed in the NFL so far this season. This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket. We will be right back.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable healthcare close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, We're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Get closer to the magic than ever before. Play along with the Toy Story gang. Explore the colorful world of Coco. Sail away with Moana. Soar to new heights with Belle. And journey to Arendelle to thaw a frozen heart. It's an all-out celebration at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena September 27th through 29th. Visit DisneyOnIce.com and get your tickets today.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Recent gator sightings in Nebraska rivers have biologists perplexed.
Alert! Take advantage of Nebraska's gator infestation and get yours at Acres Fall Gator Sale. We've got zero interest financing on all John Deere new units, and every used gator is priced to sell. Choose from a variety of models and trim packages. All accessories and attachments are discounted too. For work or play, Acres has the gator for you. Go to acres.com for more details.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pearson.
Welcome back. Final segment here on the Don't Punt Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I'm Rico, our esteemed host, DeMornay Pearsonell, sitting in the studio. Well, not in the studio, but sitting on the screen next to me. DeMornay, we're going to get into a little bit of NFL happenings because the NFL season started. Teams are going into week 3, and some weird things are happening in the NFL right now, and I want to get your take on a couple of those. First off, is Sam Darnold good?
He's a first-round draft pick for a reason.
I mean, I guess.
I don't think he was ever bad. I think he was just in bad situations, but he's been in the league enough. He's seen enough. He's been with the 49ers and kind of got rehabilitated even more. And now he's with the Vikings, which they run the same system. So it's a lot of, familiar ready like with him. So I don't expect him to be terrible. I think he's a decent enough quarterback.
From one first-round pick to another, Bryce Young, is his starting spot in jeopardy? Are the Panthers that bad, or is Bryce Young having a season 2 regression, even though his season 1 wasn't the greatest also?
I think the Panthers are that bad, and he's under a lot, or not to say frightened by anything or whatnot. I think he's good. He's a Heisman winner. I just think with the team around him is just a bad situation. And, they might have to sit down and for him to kind of grasp things a little bit better and kind of build up his confidence. And he's going to probably be in there. He's going to see some stuff and kind of help everybody else around a little bit quicker, which will put them in a better place for things. But I'm not worried about them moving on from Bryce or anything like that. I don't think he's a bust or, a Ryan Leaf type of thing.
All right, more serious question, more serious situation. Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, are you in the camp of he should probably hang it up?
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna voice an opinion on what somebody should and shouldn't do. Mm-hmm. That man has his own life, It goes back to, well, if your friend jump off a bridge, would you go after your friend? And I understand the safety of things. It's a terrible situation, but I mean, if things are fine and he's okay with putting that risk to walk back out there with things and whatnot, I think that's up for him to put on what stuff. I'm more concerned about, is the NFL going to let him kind of get back out there regardless of what he says or what the doctors say. That's more so what I'm a little bit more concerned of. You can't be mad or, at a person for doing what they think is what's right for them, regardless of what you may think of his injury or whatnot. If he feels like, that risk is worth, what things are, and he's okay with walking out of there, or if he's okay with, walking with maybe another concussion going down, hopefully it doesn't or anything like that. If he's okay with that, I mean, that's his decision. I'm not going to judge him for, for him to tell, what he can and can't do. I'm more concerned of, is the NFL going to let him do that? But I mean, he's his own man. If he's okay with it and, he's healthy enough to go back out there and he wants to play, I mean, then that's his own choice. I've known a number of, teammates that have been hurting and pushed through things or, taking medicine to get back out there or to come back from injuries early and whatnot. So, I mean, that's on him. I can't speak on him to tell him what he should and shouldn't do. That man's $100 million, millionaire. That's his decision.
Yeah, this is a terrible and terrifying situation. I do hope and pray that everything is okay with him, and that if he wants to, he's able to get back out there on the field, because he is a fun guy to watch play. And again, mostly I just hope he's healthy, because that's it's one of those situations where you hear guys talk about all the time where they've played so long, where they're like, I just want to be able to, where they retire early. They say, I just want to be able to play with my kids, later on in my life. I don't want to have to, have all these surgeries and, or these neck problems, brain problems going on when I'm older.
It's a weird situation because it wasn't really a violent.
No, it wasn't.
And I think maybe all but one of them, were the one might have been violent, but other than that, the turf is causing him, more concussions than anything, or the ground. So I don't know if that's a special helmet made, a neck brace made, or stop sliding. And I was on a team with Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater got knocked out from a concussion. He stopped sliding. He started diving. I don't know if that's, you change up how you approach certain things or whatnot. It's just a sad situation because he is a good guy. He is a good player. He just got paid. And it wasn't a violent hit to where it's like, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? People said the same thing about DeMar Hamlin. And look at what happened, you know?
That was so the hit was it. So it was on DeMar Hamlin. That was the same kind of hit that knocked him down.
That's what I mean. And people say, "Oh, you shouldn't." I myself was like, if that was me, I don't know if I would have played with that condition. And then a year later, you know, he's back out there on the field. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a different situation. You know, I've known numerous of dudes that have played with multiple concussions, and you know, they complain about stuff here and there, but they're not gonna say no. I wouldn't do that again. So I mean, whatever the best decision is for him, and he comes to, you know, I wish he gets that clarity, you know, sooner than later. And you know, I wish him, you know, the best health going forward. But I'm not gonna tell him, oh, you should do something.
All right, good morning. This has been a blast. This has been great. I'm glad I got to fill in for Harrison and be your co-host for the night because it's been a really fun time. I appreciate you, good sir.
I appreciate you.
I'll try to find some of my punt return tapes and send them to you.
Send them my way. I got you.
Hey, that was me, and I was a return specialist. That's what I was. I was too short to play corner, too short to play receiver. They're like, just get back there and use your speed.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who was listening. This has been the Don't Punt Hour. Good morning, Pearsonell. Adios.
See ya.